Welcome to the inaugural Badcock Design Challenge. I'm Dave Horvath, part of our merchandising, design, and product team. Creating a vignette in our stores is a way we can help the customer understand what their design, their mood, and the tone of their home's going to be. That's why it's so important to link up the creativity and the continuity of each and every vignette here in the store. And that's the challenge we're going to give our 3 students here today, to create that perfect vignette for the customer's home. And with me today is our panel of judges I'd like to introduce.
My name is Tessa Minogue. I am one of the lead faculty members at Florida State College at Jacksonville with our interior design program.
My name is Gordon Kessler. I am principal and a partner at Gordon & Johnson Design on Amelia Island, Florida.
Tessa and Gordon, thank you so much for being here. And I'd also like to introduce our 3 contestants as part of this initial design challenge from Florida State at Jacksonville.
My name is Jara Blackburn, and I grew up in Gainesville, Florida.
My name is Engmari Vasquez. I'm from Venezuela.
My name is Ivy Zawatsky. I have lived in Jacksonville my entire life.
All right, guys, now let's get into the rules. The profile for you to create today is a suburban living room for a family of 4 who enjoys to spend time together. You'll each be given the same sofa as your anchor to the vignette. Everything else is of your choosing in the store. You have 1 hour to complete the vignette, and we'll have some people here from Badcock to help you with moving and pulling things down from the walls. Use your creativity, your own design style, and create the best possible vignette you can.
So each of you will be completing the challenge one at a time. This way we can keep your vignettes separate and private from one another. First up will be Jara, second will be Anne-Marie, and third will be Ivy. You have 1 hour. Please make sure you take the time, be creative, try different things.
I think what you want to do is you really want to be sure that you're addressing the needs of your client, that you're addressing the needs of the parameters of which we give you. So the word I would use would be innovation. Think about things that you might use in an untraditional way or an unconventional way, then that's going to give you a leg up on each other in the competition, as well as provide a better result for your client.
All right, gang, those are the rules. We're so excited to have you here. We're going to give each of you some time to walk around the store, get familiar with everything here at Badcock, and then once it starts, you each have an hour.
Moved to Jacksonville in 2015. My husband's very wonderful, so he's just very handy. We do a lot of renovations on our home. And I get a lot of practice with that with my own home because it was built in the 80s and it was just awful. So we've been renovating it piece by piece. I have a 10-year-old son. He's extremely intelligent. I didn't know I was interested in interior design until probably a few years ago. My family, especially my mom, she's always told me I was good at decorating and a lot of creative stuff. On my way to doing nursing and medical care when I first went into college, and then didn't like that, so then I switched over and went back to teaching, and then I left that, and then I started looking into stuff at the school and see what they offer. I saw the interior design program, like, well, you know, I'll give that a try. I've made it through the program with like all A's so far, so that was like one of my main goals for the program. I just love the puzzle of trying to figure out how to make the space better. I want to mainly focus on residential design. Houses, not so much commercial buildings. But I like being able to make the family home, not their house. So.
I always wanted to study something related to art, something that had creativity. And I found Florida State College at Jacksonville, and I found interior design. And I was like, oh, this is nice. This kind of has what I like. The art part and also the creativity. So I always had that in my mind. So whenever we got here and we decided that we want to live here, I said, okay, I'm gonna start this. Like, I'm gonna study and get my degree. My grandfather from my mother's side, he used to be a builder. And also my dad even though he did like forklift, industrial equipment, that was his work, whenever he wanted to do like a warehouse, he will be in charge of everything. He will make the floor plan, design everything. So that kind of like the inspiration. And also my brother, he works doing exterior kitchens and patios. So I kind of have that background. Like I see in my future one day working with my dad and my brother. I kind of have two styles. So I like industrial. The style's kind of rustic, and you see like the materials like metal, New York style, like the bricks, that kind of like character that it has. But I also like transitional, which is modern, but you add classic like antique items that kind of give you like some type of personality to the space. Instead of being just one style, you have both that kind of join all together.
Ever since I can remember, I always just had a knack for playing with colors, arts and crafts. I paint. I do a lot of abstract painting. That artistic side kind of led into fashion. I always would express myself with how I dress. So as I got older, I wanted to take my creativity and my skill set. I wanted to use that in, a practical approach. I didn't really know what I wanted to do for a while until I came across the FSCJ interior design program, and I took my first class and I was like, okay, that's it. This was made for me. I would say I'm very eclectic, so it kind of depends on what my mood is. For the most part, I really like contemporary things, but I like mixing it in with like some funky touches to add a little character. That's definitely a whole nother aspect of interior design that I thought was really fascinating when I started getting more into the program. Seeing how it's not just for the aesthetics, there's a purpose for everything you do. The functionality of it, how is it going to improve other people's lives when they use it, everything like that. I think that almost makes it a little easier when you can design for someone else, because you can use what you know, but also apply it to their kind of style. I think it's the combination of everything, creating a beautiful space, putting clothes on furniture, putting clothes on a room. You can give a room a personality. I do like the puzzle aspect of it, like when creating a floor plan, trying to figure out, how can I make this space the most functional and appealing as possible. I feel like it's always easier to pick something out for someone else than for yourself. I really like the aspect of, this is how I can help someone. I can make a space for you and make you happy.
I'm excited. They're going to be doing a living room for a family of 4, so it'll be really interesting if we want to walk around and see what we might put in.
Yeah,
ideas.
take a look.
I think this bench
It's one of my favorite pieces in here.
for extra seating, for a place to sit, you could
Baskets
pull a table
underneath,
up to it.
blankets.
Yeah.
I like what you're standing on.
Yes. The colors of this are fantastic.
This is a really great one.
That bench is a winner, and I am such a sucker for a bench because there's so many uses for them.
We've experimented lately with some tone-on-tone wood finishes here.
A nice piece.
It's always a favorite.
Well, I want to point out this little guy right here. Do you think someone can bring him in and make him
Oh,
successful?
I definitely do. I'm a big fan of folk art.
Jara, welcome to your challenge.
That picture with the trees, can I have that one, please?
I see some color coming. Got some color.
I'm gonna try something. Don't critique me yet.
Now, it'd be curious to see if she's just kind of creating a pile of potential items.
That's where I'd start.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I do things. I just see it and then we'll try it. Why not?